Let's go. Question is, can I see my own stream? It appears I cannot, so we gotta figure out. Okay, it appears that we are actually live. Nice. Well, I guess let's just get going. So, I guess what we got to do today is we've got to acknowledge that we're not done with this project yet. Yeah, so at the end of the last stream, I had said that I guess we were pretty much done with this. So, yeah, I was very wrong with that. Let me rearrange my windows. I was very wrong with that. And turns out there is still a lot of stuff that we need to do. So, I have a list. Number one, I need to add a link hole. So basically, we got a removable link because I'm not going to pay $50 for a switch. We're going to be using little Dean's connectors. I got some here. We're going to measure up. Yeah. We're going to switch over to FingerTech nut strip because I don't feel comfortable in my my machining ability on a cheap drill press. I don't feel comfortable in that enough to make my own nut strip, so we're just going to switch over to that. We're actually going to add the holes for that. And we're going to add motor holes for the weapon because oh boy. Let's see, where's the lid? Nope. Come on. That's right, it's all the way at the bottom. Because there is no hole for the motor right now. Goodness. This could be better. Yeah. So we're gonna add the holes for that. None of these also have holes, so we need to add the holes for the nut strip. And add the bearing holes. So by that I mean add the mounting holes for this, the pillow bearings at the front. I think that's it. Oh, we also need to add a hole for the power LED. So there's a pretty significant amount of stuff we got to do today. So let's get started. So first off, I want to make a little holder for the Dean's connectors. I'm just going to use Dean's connectors. I've seen some people use these as link holder or as links with relatively decent results. And I have them around, and I'm not going to use them for anything else. So let's just go with Dean's. I can always switch it over to an XT90 with minimal effort by just like changing the mounting plate, but we're gonna go with Dean's for right now. So first off, we've got to kind of why doesn't this have the traces in it? You know what I'm saying? The traces, the lid cosmetic hole, top lid cosmetic. That's the one. Yeah. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're just going to construct an offset plane. Change that. And we're just going to create a sketch here. Okay, come on. Well, you know what? This is kind of. I'm gonna grab my my mouse for the laptop. It's right over here. Never mind, it's downstairs. We're just gonna suffer with this. Suffer with the trackpad. Okay, so that is the side that we want to do it on. So let's. Okay, so first off, let's figure out how wide the Dean's connector is. Using my trusty ruler, that's inches. Prefer millimeters. Looks like it is 12 millimeters and change. We'll make it 15 just to give us plenty of. Nope, 7.5. Yeah, just give us plenty of space. This is a massive, just absolutely massive bot. How wide is it? At max, it is like 8 millimeters, so I'll just go with like a centimeter in. And this is definitely not the best way to do this, but it's the way that we're gonna do it today. So nope. Nope. Goodness, you'd think by this point that I would have gotten used to this, but alas, I have not. Okay. We'll just go -60. There we go. I appear to have made a mistake, so we're gonna Command Z. So what I forgot to do was take into account the 6.35 millimeters of the back plate of the bot. So that's 10. Let's just go with. No, we're just going to get rid of that. If there's any problems with my audio, please let me know. There we go. Okay. Now we're just going to take these. Well, it should be... See, it should be in a little bit farther. Let's see. I've already been live for 8 minutes? My goodness. Okay. Should I go with 20? That seems high. You know what? There's a much better way to do this. We're going to completely ignore this part for right now. Nope. Redo isn't a thing in Fusion, or at least it isn't on Command Y. So what we're going to do is we're going to close that, and we're going to start a new part. We're just going to model a Dean's thing. So we're going to take the little base of the Dean's connector. You can see right there. It's very blurry because as far as I know, this thing doesn't focus that much, or at least doesn't focus that closely. Yeah. Okay. I thought I had something wrong with my stream for a second, but so we got to make this shape. It's not quite a rectangle. It's like two rectangles sort of together. Hey, Nicholas, how's it going? I probably should have put something out on Legram. Okay, wow, that's horrible. There we go. Okay. How about you? Hey, Andrew, how's it going? I'm doing pretty all right. It's a pretty tired day, but yeah, got some work done on a couple of videos. Yeah, that's kind of what my break has been up to so far. Okay, so got to figure out the length of this. So it is 13 and a half. So we're just gonna go with 14. Okay, so it's 14 millimeters long, just so we have a little bit of extra space. I don't want to make this like a crazy press fit that I have to like file out. Did I already say hi to you, Andrew? If not, hi. Thanks for dropping by. Okay, so at the end it is 7 millimeters wide, so we got to go with 3.5 and 3.5. Okay, then at the back it is 8 millimeters wide, right? That's 8. Yep, I was having trouble counting. Just finished up Vex practice. Minnesota finally decided to allow sports, so our first tournament's on the 9th. Nice. Man, that's that's super late to be having a tournament, but congrats on being able to compete. That's super sick. Okay, so the first piece is about 6 wide or 6 long. 7 millimeters. Let's just double check that that's what this length is too. It's 6. Robot is still only like half done in Super Jank. Well, I mean, you've got like 8 days, 9 days. So spent 7 months trying to get a fully working bot. Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah, I feel you on that. That was kind of my life last year. Okay, so now we got to figure out how much space we want to add between this and the like walls. Kind of thinking like maybe 4 millimeters. Nope, not R. And then we'll just go 4 from here. There we go. This is an absolute mess, but it'll be fine. So this should be 8. And this should, yeah. Okay. Only your second year, you learned a lot from my vids. Ah, it's so nice to hear. That's why I spend so much time working on these things, because I know how it was for my first year. That was brutal. Okay, so this has to be at least, oh, sick, it's exactly a centimeter. So we're just gonna extrude that by 10 centimeters. Okay, so that's what we got so far. It's basically the perfect size for a Dean's connector. Okay, so now we gotta figure out exactly how we're gonna mount this. I guess I probably should have increased the sides a little bit, made it so I can thread maybe a 6/32. Ah, thanks, Athletic Nerd. I really that makes me really happy. I'm really happy that a lot of people are getting use out of these videos. Yeah, we're just gonna go with another 4 millimeters on each side. That'll let me put a 6 32nd screw, 8 32nd screw. What kind of screw do I got? That's definitely too small. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just kind of ballpark something here. So we've got kind of 8 millimeters of space, so 4 millimeters in. I don't trust that. I don't think that snapped to where I wanted it to snap. Okay, I can probably go with let's go with 4 millimeters. Let's just go with that for right now. I can always change this once I figure out exactly what screw type I want, but for right now, boom. And there we go. We've got a basic Dean's connector holder. So then this will kind of fit into there, and this piece will plug in with a loop of wire, just shorting it, and it bridges the connection, powers the robot on. I'll be able to easily pull it out if the robot goes haywire, which it hopefully shouldn't. I haven't had that problem yet, but I'd much rather it happen on like a 1-pounder than a 30-pounder. But I mean, that's why you got the safety stuff. So save that as Dean's holder. Okay, so we got the Dean's holder done. Now we've got to go into the, where is the back plate? Okay, yeah, this is the laziest piece of the entire robot right now in CAD. Okay, so where's the middle? Okay, there's the middle. Just give us a basic thing. Okay, so if we go back to Dean's holder, we find that it's 1 centimeter tall. So if I go back to the back plate, we go down 5, and there's how much between these? That's a very good question that I do not remember. 22 millimeters. Okay, 22 millimeters. So we'll just go at 11. Got 11 on both sides. And then we'll chuck 4 centimeter holes here and here. That's a C, not a 4. And then we'll just chuck those through. Okay, so now we've got that. Save that before I accidentally delete everything. Okay, so now we've basically got that part done. I gotta chisel out a little bit of the lid, but I'll do that later. I don't feel like doing that right now, especially because we've got this open. So now the next step is we got to figure out the nut strip. We're gonna be using the FingerTech nut strip, which I don't have up right now. So, well, I have it up, but it's on the wrong computer. I don't feel like fiddling with OBS live on stream. So basically it's a rectangle that's got 4 holes on one side, 4 holes on the other, and that are slightly offset. Nicholas Starrett, am I doing Vex U? Not this year. Uni decided that they didn't want to follow through on their promises, so maybe next year. I don't know. I wouldn't have had time with the weird class load and everything being online. Everything being online meant that all of the homework and everything was way more intense than it really should have been. Yeah, that seems like that was the general consensus from everyone that I know and everyone I've talked to. So it would not have been fun trying to balance that and Vex U. It wasn't fun balancing that and nothing else. So yeah, maybe next year. Definitely gonna try and throw together a prototype bot when the new game gets announced. So hopefully I'll be able to do that, because it should be after finals is done for spring semester, so I should be able to kind of chuck together something fun. Okay, so what I've got to figure out is, well, let's start a new sketch. And let's, so we're going to go in 12.7, which is half an inch because we've got half an inch of the side plates. So that's, check that all the way down. So now what we've got is we've got 1024 holes. It's 2.344. Question is, does okay, so that didn't work. It looks like it, oh wait, 59.53 over 2. Let's try that. Creo, which is what I've been doing most of my CAD work in, has a feature where you can just kind of type that in. 5.3. Yeah, okay, so that is in Fusion. That's sick. So just type your equation in, and it does the math for you, which is actually really, really awesome. Okay, so it is what am I trying to say? It's 9.53 millimeters wide. Hello, Flying Waffle. Nice to see. Thanks for dropping by. 0.53. Okay, so this rectangle here is what the outline of the nut strip piece is going to be. The bigger size is just slightly longer than the thing. It's 3.125, and there's not really enough to cut off to trim it down to be 3 inches. I wish it was exactly 3 inches, but that's just not one of the sizes that they offer. Maybe from somewhere else, but I haven't really looked, and whatever. So now I see that there are 14 millimeters of spacing between the holes. So what it looks like is the first hole is 9.53, and there to there, boom, boom. Okay. And the first hole is 632. 632? No, I'm looking at the wrong one. They have all 4 of them on the same sheet. Big fan of your Vex V5 content. Oh man, that's awesome to hear. Thanks for that. I really appreciate it. 1024, which I don't remember what 1024 is in. $1024 millimeters. I don't know why it added the word Fuji to the end. Apparently 1024 is also a camera. M5. M5. So we're going to go with 5. Might be a little bit bigger, but I can always just drill them out slightly bigger on the end. Actually, we're not going to do that. We are going to go with a center diameter circle is hole an option in here. Or do I have to? Okay, it looks like I gotta go to the other option. But we're gonna use holes for this because that will allow us to do like countersinks with like the flat heads, which is really nice. And I really think that will add a lot to this. So if I go back to my nut strip size thing, it's got 14.29 millimeter spacing. Okay, so these are the 4 holes right here at this point, this point, this point, and this point. And that checks out with what I see in the thing. So, what I might end up doing is cutting this and then just mirroring it across because everything's perfectly symmetrical. I don't feel like modeling this one more time. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, I do have that. So we're going to do whole. Okay. Not 23 millimeters. 5 millimeters. Countersink. Nice thing about parametric modeling is that I can always just go back and change this once I figure out specifically which screws I'm going to be using. Yeah, but 5.5 millimeters, it's going to be like 8. Yeah. Okay, that looks really nice. I'm, yeah, really happy with that. Well, actually, one thing I should double check is how this... Okay, so one thing I got a little bit nervous about was how the how this overlapped. I wasn't sure if the side rails were on the outside of the exterior or if they were on the inside. They're on the inside, so that's fine because that's how I modeled the back plate. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop into there. We're gonna create a sketch. We're going to take that, do that, and we're just gonna get rid of this. Okay, now I've got half of a back plate. Pretty acceptable. Now we've got to go use the mirror objects, mirror plane, that plane, and didn't work. Using one of your locking mechanisms for your current Vex robot. That's awesome. What is this? Is this like Blastwave V3? This is Dream Phase. It's a 30-pound lifter. If I pop over to the assembly, here's what it is. It's currently missing a wheel and a lid, but this is kind of a basic idea of what it looks like. It's got a pretty sick lid, if I do say so myself. Oh, Jeremy, thanks for popping on. It's nice to thanks for popping in. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's try mirroring this again. We've got that. We've got to mirror that. I think I hit cancel the first. Okay. Compute failed. Oh, it probably can't model holes, or probably can't mirror holes. So I'm just going to undo that, and I guess we're gonna have to do this whole thing by hand. So what I can do is figure out how far in that is. 17.465. 17.465. I can figure out how I can just do this. Take that, drop that over there, drop that over there, drop that over there. Okay, and boom, that's actually really easy. Okay, so you got holes. Let's do this, this, and this. 5 millimeters, 8 millimeters, that should be it. Okay, there we go. That works. And now the back plate is basically completely finished. Like, there's not that much else that's gonna get added to this. I've thought about maybe, goodness, Fusion's pivot is sometimes annoying. I might pocket out some of this, but that's also not really an option because I don't really have a CNC machine. My current plan for this is to 3D print everything and then like clamp it to the metal and then just drill through the holes on the 3D print and make sure everything works that way. Team Ghost Hat, hello from Texas. Hello from the north. It is very, very snowy outside. Those tips you gave to new Vex teams really helped. Thanks. I really, really appreciate it. That's awesome. Okay. Now we got to do is we've got to pop over into here, and we've got to open up the side rail. Where's it at? Mid rail, side rail. Okay. So here's what we got. So many of your mechanisms from your robot. Aw, thanks, Jeremy. That's what they're there for. So like, yeah, feel free to whole count them, take them. I really don't care. That I wouldn't be putting it up online if I wasn't comfortable with that. So yeah, feel free to take it. I really don't care. That's what they're there for. It's a good 80 where you're at, dude. I wish it was a good 80. It's like a good, like, I don't know, 2 outside. Okay. Okay, so now we got to do this that process again, but we've got to kind of offset everything. We're not going to be doing the 1/2 inch offset because because this is going to go right up against it, and it's not going to need to be offset. I'm explaining this poorly. Let's just go. 9.53. That goes all the way down. So that's the outline. It's going to be perfectly lined up with the corner. So now then we've got a middle and 9.53/2. So that's that one. And they're at 9.53 millimeter. Hold on. 14.29. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. I did the right one. I was looking at the wrong one. So wait until summer, and then it'll be a nice 90 to 110. Yeah, that is the one kind of nice thing about living super far north is the summers aren't. It's pretty hard to get heat stroke up here. Okay. Let's double check how this is assembled. Yeah. So now for the front, we've got to do the offset. So we got to pop over to the side rail. 12.7. Forgot what that conversion was for a second. 9.53. Okay. Nope. Do you remember me from the last stream? I think the name does. I do remember the name. It's a pretty great name. I think that's probably what I said last time, if I'm gonna be honest. One does not simply forget a flying waffle. 9.53/2. Okay, well, we have made a mistake. So, do I have a name for this robot? Yes, I do. Its current name. I'm actually probably not going to change it. Its current name is Dream Phase. I wanted to kind of keep with sort of like 1-2 stomp bot blast wave Dream Phase, and since it's supposed to be vaporwave themed, which is kind of just turned into a general sort of 90s tech theme with the whole lid kind of resembling like an Xbox or a Dreamcast. Yeah, I wanted to go with a sort of like something that kind of evoked that idea. What's the length? 59.53/2. When do I think my next Vex V5 video will be? If the schedule works out the way I think it should, February, because I've got a new combat video coming out in am I getting a Discord notification? Okay. Next January's video will be a brand new combat robot that I haven't shown off yet, I don't think. So that'll be fun. And then February is going to be a new Vex robot. So that video is basically I need to figure out what I'm gonna do for the music and take care of some of like the other stuff like thumbnails and color grading and all that fun stuff. 59.53/2. Okay, there we go. Forgot to account for the distance of that, so okay. So 14.29. Okay. 12.7. 0.53/2. The Vex Discord, but I don't know the link. It should be on the it should be like on the Vex forum somewhere. I know that's where I got the link. Okay. Okay. Now I can get rid of that and get rid of that and get rid of that. Yeah. I can finish that sketch. And let's just make a bunch of holes. I think if you just Google Vex Discord, it'll probably show up. I mean, there are a bunch of them at this point, but and now it's occurring to me that I'm going to need to make 2 of these, one for each side, which is going to be fun. So we're going to save that. Then we are going to save as and do side rail 2. I don't know. So this will be the left side. Goodness, this computer is struggling. It's going to be the left side. So we're going to delete that feature. We are going to redefine sketch plane to this plane. Didn't do anything. That's fun. Oh, okay. So I can... Is it just that I can't see it? Make hole. And I don't know why that didn't... convert to DM features, suppress features, create... Nope, that's not exactly what I wanted. You know what? I think I might be able to go in, edit sketch, finish sketch. Nope, that didn't work. What if I suppress feature, then I unsuppress feature? Okay, how about if I edit the sketch, go to solid, then use hole. There we go. Boom. Nice. Okay. There we go. Now we can save that. And we've got that part done. So, last parts that we've got to actually add the holes to are the front panels. I keep trying to look over at my clock because my computer clock is very wrong because Fusion kind of sucks. And I don't know why, but it always says, oh yeah, you've got to be on Hawaii time because that's where our server is or something. I don't know. But the power went out because I think I plugged in a drill charger and it just tripped my breaker, and I keep forgetting to change my clock. So that's fun. But it's not inner rail. No, that's from a deprecated is not the right word. It's from an older version. Motor holder, mid rail. We've still got to do the mid rail. we've got to put the mid-rail holes in here too. Yeah, okay, so let's figure out specifically where the mid-rail hole would be. Okay. Let's use the inspect. Okay. 84.5 millimeters. Can I do that? Okay, that's okay, can I do that? 90.79. You know what? Yeah, we can roll with that. You know, oh, yeah. So if I just go and edit this sketch and go in from this, go 90, 9.35 over 2. There we go. Do that. Then all the points made by that will be now valid hole points. Should be valid hole points, I guess. Why is this even from sketch? Well, I think what I can do is I can go back into this sketch, can edit the sketch, and I can create a point. There, 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 and there. Finish the sketch. Now I've got points. Nice. Bam, bam. Yeah, we're just gonna make all of them kind of like the same type. So if it's a crossbar, then it'll have the one orientation because the holes are offset sort of like that. So if it's a crossbar that goes across the width of the bot, it'll have the hole at the bottom. And if it's a sidebar, the two sides, they'll have it on the first hole in the upper part. Like this, how there's a little bit of a gap down there. Yeah, because you can see with the back plate that the first hole is at the bottom. And okay, yeah. Okay, let's get that oriented the right way. Yeah, so the first hole is at the bottom part of it. We've still got to do this for the mid plate. Yeah. Okay. So what do we got to do now? Not Dean's holder. Oh yes, save that. We got to go back over to side rail 1. Where is side rail 1? Mid rail, we still got to go fix that. Side rail 1. I'm not gonna copy it or whatever because this will just be. You know what? At this point, I think I'm just going to edit the sketch. Do the same thing. Go 90 and 9.35 over 2. It's 5.3 over 2. I think everything is fine. And that didn't make points either, so we're just gonna go in and manually add points. Okay. Finish the sketch. Edit feature. We're going to just go in and select all of these. Nice. Yeah, I'm liking that. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a nightmare to make on, like, yeah. But I think it'll be good. Especially if I do go with the 3D print clamped tube metal thing. This should be way easier. It's almost like a tracing thing. That way I don't have to worry about measuring it because I don't trust myself. I'd rather have a guide to kind of guide the drill into place. Yeah, something like StompBot, it's fine. But with this, where you've got like 4 holes that I all want to have screws in, because that's kind of holding the bot together, yeah, I don't feel comfortable going at it by hand, because all of these holes need to be perfect, and they all need to be in. I don't really have access to like a CNC or anything, so I'm not going to be able to do that. Okay, mid plate, that's what we got. And the mid plate would be, yeah, okay. It's different enough. I was trying to figure out if I could just modify the back plate, but this is different enough that I'm not going to be able to do that. Furthermore, I'm also not going to be able to, or not going to want to countersink this, or need to really, because it's, I mean, I could, but I also have the option of changing that later, so that's nice. But, yeah, these are going to be squashed right up against the edges, because this, if we go back to the, if we close that, because that doesn't need to be open right now, and we go to the assembly V30, you can see that it goes right up against this, and it's going to line up, unlike the back plate, so it's a little bit shorter than the back plate. The mid rail is mostly there as a mounting plate for the, well, why am I doing this with my real hands when I can do this with my fake hand? It's for the motor, the power motor. We also have to add the holes for that too. So, yes. Yeah, this is also going to be switched out for a hex shaft, so it's going to be hexagonal as opposed to the keyed shaft of this, just because the Vex Pro sprockets run on, well, these ones run on hex shafts. The Thunder Hex, I think, is the brand name. Yeah, I'm gonna turn the music down just a tiny bit. Yeah, so we've got to add the holes. We got to figure out exactly how we're gonna kind of mount everything in there. I don't think I'm gonna actually put the battery there. I think I'm gonna put the battery in the back. Balance the weight a bit more. It's one of those things. Maybe the ESCs too, but I don't really want to have that much wiring going from here to here. There should also be a third ESC somewhere. I don't exactly know what I'm gonna do. I was looking at the quick run ESCs because they're affordable. They're very affordable. But yeah, I don't know. I have some Turnigy ones that I could use. They might be a little small. They're more for small RC cars and stuff. But okay, so let's make the let's make the holes first. No, we don't want to do that. Get out of there. And then we'll go there, and we'll do 59.53 over 2. 59.53 over 2. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, since this is a lateral one, we're going to want it to have the same spacing as the back plate, where the bottom hole is at the bottom, or the first hole is at the bottom. So, 4.765. Then it's faster to type that than it is to do the other thing. Then what is the spacing? 14.29. Yeah, it's also looking like I'm going to be making my own standoffs for this, because the ones from McMaster are like $3 a pop for the I go back to the assembly. These standoffs right here, yeah, those are like $4 a piece from McMaster. So I guess we're gonna be using the lathe for that part, which is it's fine. It's whatever. But it is kind of hilarious that they're so expensive. They're like ridiculously expensive, prohibitively expensive, because there are 16 of them in here. So 16 times 4 is $64 on standoffs. Yeah, that's like as much as the back plates are going to, like, it's so expensive. Yeah, like how much is the nut strip? Like, that's not even that much. It's like $7 a pop. So I guess like the nut strip is also kind of expensive, but I feel a little bit more comfortable building standoffs on a lathe. Well, I at least know people that can do that. I really need to kind of get better at a lathe at some point, but yeah. Yes. We need to make the other side, so pop that over. 4.765. Pop that all the way up. Just drop perpendiculars all the way across. Okay. Yeah, that's equidistant. Nope, that's not perpendicular. It's not gonna fly. Okay. Do I have points there? Yes, I do. Okay, we're good. Morning, Alex. Morning to you too. Audio streams bitrate. It should be fine. Let me know if there's any audio issues. Well, it's afternoon, but it's basically the same thing. I mean, if you're anything like me, you might just wake up in the afternoon. That's kind of been me most of the time. Just kind of grinding on projects until like midnight. Some of it's for the channel, some of it's not. Some of it just flat out wouldn't fit. Yeah, it's the same type. And boom. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna roll with the countersunk stuff. It also means that I don't have to buy extra screws. Yeah. Okay. So now what we gotta do is we gotta figure out the hole spacing. It's a stock P61. It is a 256:1 gear reduction, which means that it's got a different spacing because it's pretty long. Do you not have you've got a model? We're going to be using a 500 series motor. 8 mounting holes that are 10/32. Time has lost all meaning this year. Oh, it has for sure. So 10/32. I guess what we're gonna have to do is we're going to have to just pop open the gearbox file and kind of measure off of that, which I was originally planning on using in the original 30 boy. So that's gonna be just chilling. Here we go, P61 gearbox. I hope this is the 256:1. That does not look like the 256:1. Hey, you're back. Hey, Nicholas. Nice. Thanks for coming back. Appreciate it. Well, I guess I'm not going to download that, but what I can do is use the view on this computer, and I can measure distance between 2 points. You know, let's just You seeing any VexU stuff in 21? What team am I a part of? I'm currently not part of any team, which is kind of why there hasn't been any VexU stuff this year. Really kind of depends. I need to see if I know anyone that's interested in joining a team in the U level. You're watching this and fixing your VRC robot? Hey, I mean, that's what it's all about. Yeah. Mounting. I really wish that they had a like just a normal diagram, because that kind of sucks. Maximum torque this gearbox can support is 45 foot-pounds. Yeah, I think that's still within. Yeah, I kind of got to figure out what exactly I'm gonna do. Nope, I need to do right. Okay, I'm still gonna give this a shot. Now, someone that would want to join your team in 21, you could in 22. I mean, hey, if you happen to be here, then it's got to be 60 millimeters. We're just gonna go with 60 millimeters for right now. We can always change the model later, but okay, so it's gonna be 60 millimeters. It's just got to. It's so close. Oh, get out of there. Let's cosmetic. Dean's hold. We're going to the assembly. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, so if I just measure that to the sidewall, if you want to get away from the cold, it'll happen anytime soon. I mean, yeah, it's entirely too cold. That's the one good thing about masks, is that it lets me kind of get the ski mask sort of like warmth on my face without having to feel awkward for wearing a ski mask walking around campus. So like, it's actually really nice. Like, I remember like previous years walking without masks, and it's just like your face is hurting, like you're getting brain freeze from breathing. It's not fun, which is kind of the one nice thing about everything that's happening so far. Okay, but before I okay, so 254 between there, or no, 172. Let's just go with 170. Okay, mid rail. Okay, so from this corner, 170. We go back to assembly. If we inspect that to that, 7.62. That's kind of something we can't really change. 7.62. Goodness, I can't type. Bam. Having in-person classes? I mean, I've had a few times where I've had to leave, so. But I've had a few in-person classes, mostly like having to like go in and pick stuff up for I had to do like a pretty cool reverse engineering project where we took apart a Nerf Maverick and had to CAD model and 3D print a part for it. I filmed a lot of stuff for that, and it is absolute garbage. I don't even know if it's worth putting up on the second channel. Like, it's that bad. It did not work at all. Okay, so it's 60. It's got to be 60. Like, I can measure this better once I get one in person, but it's got to be 60. Yeah, it was a pretty awesome project. Like, it was one of the most It was probably the highlight of my my semester, if I'm going to be honest. This isn't going to change between things. So if I have a second channel, yeah, it's on the sidebar. If you like go to the main channel on a desktop, or you go to the channels icon, it's just Kepler Electronics 2. It's got like a bunch of behind the scenes stuff, like the full time lapse of the Vex CAD video, and like a full time lapse of assembling StompBot and stuff. I even threw together a short video of a bunch of backup footage that I had or a bunch of extra footage I had recorded from the Mark Leon 2019. Whatever happened to the single flywheel? Single flywheel? There's never a video about it. Single flywheel. Are you talking about for Turning Point? Oh man. I don't remember. Oh yeah, we did build a single flywheel, but from my memory, we never finished it. We did build a single flywheel. We ended up going with a double catapult, single catapult instead. Do we run it as a double or a single catapult? I honestly can't remember. It's been too long. Okay, I can get rid of the top lid. Don't save. There's nothing interesting there. I can get rid of Dean's holder. Get rid of backplate. Get rid of side rail. Get rid of side rail. Mid rail is one we're still working on. Well, it was a single catapult. Okay, I couldn't remember if we did get double working by the end of that season or not. 0.75 inches. Shoot. 0.75 into millimeters. Ruble didn't work. 19.05 millimeters. Double, yeah. Okay, let's get rid of that. That's not necessary. We got everything we need from there. Okay. We're doing facts for the Turning Point year. It looks so fun. Turning Point was top tier. Still my favorite game. Like, I mean, it's change up I didn't get to compete in, but I wasn't really that excited for it anyway. Just didn't seem that interesting. It seemed like a weird mix of. It took the least interesting parts of Tower Takeover, and the least interesting parts of Turning Point, and kind of mashed them up. Turning Point was still phenomenal. Like, goodness, that's still undoubtedly my favorite year. In the Zone was fine, but Turning Point was absolutely where it's at. We're just gonna go with a simple hole for that. Also 5 millimeters, because that's a 10-30 seconds, so it's just a different thread type. Yeah. Okay. Did I already save that? I did. It was pretty great. Yeah. Turning Point was pretty great. I would say stay hydrated, but I'm not exactly sure if that counts as hydration. Front panel time. You know, I just want to pull this up just to laugh at how garbage this was. That is if it loads. Make It to Worlds kind of topped it up as a great year too. Yeah, like, oh man, Worlds was freaking top tier. Like, I'm so happy we made it that year. Yeah, so this was the original. I don't know why it's so shiny. I don't know why it looks so broken and shiny too, but this was the original one. Couldn't go because your district held you back? Dang, I that sucks. Yeah. That's the one benefit of kind of having a small program, is that it, you know, it's a little bit more forgiving, I guess. Yeah, this is the original. Absolute garbage. Would not have been able to lift anything. Or at least the math that I had done before I had learned how to do any of that math had said that. I kind of want to run through that again now, but yeah. I kind of want to, so I took a statics class, which is basically engineering math, right? So sort of like leverage and shear and all that stuff. It does look cool. I do really like these forks, but I'm kind of having to deal with a symmetrical fork thing for this one. Because it's invertible, or it's supposed to be invertible. Which is actually why I ended up getting rid of the, I think that's the main reason why I ended up leaving that design behind. Was because I did not want to, or I was having trouble figuring out how to make everything. Oh, wait, these front panels, that's why I can't find them. They're part of this. Yeah. Part of this. But no, I still do need to mirror these. Do I want to make them their own part? I don't know. Let's just go with it. Let's close that off. And yeah, we've been streaming for an hour. That's pretty sick. Yeah, let's go. Capture position. There we go. Okay. I need to go back to the. I'm building a vertical spinner out of Vex stuff. Ooh, that's would not recommend. Yeah, especially with V5. If you're going to do it, be very safe. I'm not going to recommend it for like liability reasons, because Vex Tombstone could have, like that's yeah. I don't know. We were safe with Vex Tombstone, but that was also 393 motors. I would not feel comfortable. That's kind of, I don't entirely feel comfortable running a V5 Tombstone. It's not a great idea. Cortex Tombstone, yes, yep. Cortex Tombstone was not a great idea. Like, was low powered, yeah. I still maintain that it had about as much power as a ceiling fan, but for V5 motors, especially if they're torque geared, yeah. Broke the insert of one of the V5 motors. Dang. I've never, trying to remember. Most of the time that we broke V5 motors was because like something internal broke, like behind, like in the inside. Mostly because it got like swept off a table or something. Yeah. One motor. Yeah, I mean, like at that point, it's mostly like, nope, that's the wrong number. Point. I mean, yeah. Okay, this is gonna be a fun thing to model, that's for sure. Okay. Yeah, at that point, it's mostly like a fun to use plastic gears to power the motor inserts. Yeah, I don't like I don't know. We wrecked a lot of stuff with that bot. I mean, mostly some china and a cone. I don't remember wrecking that much else. I mean, like, I don't think you really could. Because again, ceiling fan. Okay. Okay. What am I looking for? Yeah, there we go. Throw the rubber band ball at it? I'm surprised. I think the rubber band ball would have done more damage. We had a massive rubber band ball that had all of the rubber bands from the catapult on a Vex ball. It was like this big. I don't know what happened to it. It was super big. Did someone steal it? Or am I thinking of the squash? We had a butternut squash that we would take to tournaments as our mascot for 1 year. 2 years? Yeah, someone ran off with the rubber band ball, and I think their team was like, hey, wait, this isn't ours. I think we got it back. That might have been at States last year. That was a squash. Okay, so there's two different occurrences. Someone actually stole our squash and didn't bring it back, and then someone our pit neighbors accidentally took our band ball and packed in with their stuff, and like as they were leaving, they're like, hey, this isn't ours. I'm pretty sure that's their team's, and they came back and brought it back. Yeah, I don't know. You gotta go from the bottom up because this is a front one. 4.765. Chase around teammates with a spinning blade attached to the robot. Oh man, that's, yeah. Sounds like some shenanigans we'd probably have gotten up to. Yeah, what am I? Yeah, let's just finish that sketch. I've got all the points that I need, so let's just join the stream. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Really appreciate you popping in. We're just working on the 30 pounder, trying to basically add in all the holes that we need for the mounting. Yeah, so adding in all the holes we need for the mounting. For some reason I had ended last stream with saying that, yeah, we're completely done with this thing, and then realized that I never modeled any of the mounting holes, so that was kind of fun. But yeah, probably gonna chuck all this stuff on the 3D printer. Made a knife out of one of the aluminum plates. That's a disaster waiting to happen. That's an absolute disaster waiting to happen. Yeah. Yeah, let's just go. Let's just go with this. If I don't procrastinate. I saw one of the most interesting uses of aluminum plate that I ever saw was some team strapped a bunch of them to the side of a motor to use as a heat sink. Like, just to the side of the motor. I don't entirely know how well that worked. Ever qualify for virtual worlds and tower takeover? There was a virtual worlds. Oh, you're right. Yeah. No, we didn't do skills at state because, or we didn't try that hard at skills at state and then tipped in finals, so we didn't qualify. Lost all of its edge in one cut through cardboard. Dang. I mean, most knives are steel, right? Like, that's kind of why. I don't know. 9.53 over 2. Whoa, okay. For whatever reason, that one always just takes forever to, like, generate. $59.53 over 2. Aluminum can't hold an edge. That's what I thought. 9.53 over 2. Will we ever see 2770X? Likely no. I've thought about reusing the name for some stuff because I've still got a million stickers, but as far as I know, you can't really do that for VexU. VexU's got a different naming scheme. I need to re-register if I was going to even start my own VexU team, and I don't know anybody that I'd give the team number to, so as far as at least right for the time being, it's going to stay a dead team. The grant to get a V5 kit? Nice. Yeah, I tried to get a grant. Those were, that was not exactly easy. So props for getting one. Like, congrats. That was 14.29. Yeah. I don't know. At the same point, like, I'm kind of enjoying having a bit more freedom with with designing combat robots. You know, it's one of those things. I mean, I'll take the stickers off your hands if you don't want them. I'm planning on giving them out as sort of like the pseudo blast wave stickers when I go to competitions, just because it's like the same theme. That's kind of why I wanted to go with that theme, was because it shared the sort of aesthetic with blast wave that I really like. So maybe if you happen to be at one of the tournaments that blast wave goes to compete at, then I mean, you could take a few then. Although, that's a big if on when it's going to be competing next. Oh, nice. I don't even have to hold down command to select them all. Sick. Okay. So that's that. Now what I got to do is... I should check the list. I haven't popped open the list in a while. Add link hole and holder. We added the holder. We still need to cut a hole into the lid. Add FingerTech nut strip. We haven't added it to the thing, but we've been adding all the holes for it. Add motor holes to for the weapon. That's been added. Add the nut strip holes. All of that has been added at this point. And add bearing holes. I mean, yeah. Not in the area. I mean, you know, maybe I'll come to a tournament sometime in like the far off lands of, I don't know, I can't really say California because Robo Games isn't exactly happening. Maybe one of the Colorado tournaments or something. I don't even know where you're located, but I do want to try and maybe fly to some tournaments eventually once it feels like that's safe to do again. Okay, so you got two more things, and we'll probably call the stream there. But let's take these two last things. Get them done. Okay, so let's open up the bearing file. Pillow bearing 2. Yes, because it took like 3 different tries to get one that actually fit. I would have likely just had to build one, which is surprising. What tournaments do I go to? Maybe come to Texas if there's a competition. Yeah, I'd love to go to one of the Texas competitions. Current plan is to go to Tennessee or Kentucky. Let you know. Yeah, I'll have to do that. Probably go to the Kilobots tournaments because I really enjoyed that. Like to compete with some of those people again. I also this spot's probably gonna go to Maker Faire Orlando, or what's the other one? Maybe Motorama. Maybe that's like a 60-hour drive. 60 hours. It's like a 16-hour drive or something ridiculous like that. 2 or 3 days of traveling to get there, so that'd be a flying thing. From Indiana, I mean, there's Cirque, which is Illinois. I guess that's still pretty far, but let's inspect. I don't like how it's giving me 2 different distances. We're just gonna create a sketch. This is 12 point. Okay, so it's half an inch from the wall. So let's just add that in right now. Uh, 12.7. Okay, and then how far are these apart? Wait, no. Where did that go? Why aren't any of the dimensions showing up in some of these? 50.8. So 50.8 over 2 is... Let's just let the software do it for me. Okay, there's where the 2 holes are going. Let's see, where are the... We'll have to pop open the the drive that's got the thing. VaporBot weights. Looks like its current weight that I'm getting is about 4,000 grams or 4 kilograms under the weight limit. But yeah, but that's not including like the battery or the ESCs or anything. But it's like most of the structure and stuff. Excuse me. Overall height, bolt distance, shaft height, shaft size. I'm not seeing a screw type. Unless that's what this interchange is, but it says it's got a tapped base, but it's not telling me what size it is. That's fun. Okay, well, we're just gonna roll with the same size as everything else that we've done. So we're just gonna make a hole. I need to buy some of these, or buy 2 of these, but they're only 13 bucks a piece. They likely weigh an arm and a leg, but yeah. Okay, let's get this last thing going, or this other side going. 12.7, 50.8 over 2. Oh wait, no, not that. We'll just make holes. Yeah. Okay. Bearing holes have been bearinged. Well, they have been made. Yeah, it's not exactly going to be super clean. Well, it's not finished for right now, is what I'm trying to say, and failing miserably. We ranked 18th, but our bot sucked. I mean, man, I think the first tournament I went to, it was like 23rd out of 24, or it might have been 24 out of 24 actually. It was abysmal. Straight up garbage. And then we had a good year, and then we were back to mostly garbage. But I don't know, I'm still happy with how that went. Okay, so that's that. Let's save that before I accidentally delete everything. Lid cosmetic hole V1. Nope, wrong one, because we got to open up the other lid. I can close that without saving. I can close that without saving because that's just had notes on it. Only bot that you know that could stack 15. Nice. Cone years when we actually got our stuff together? Yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, that was only after actually placing last our first tournament cone year. That was... Wait, no, there was another version of this. Where did it go? Okay, whatever. We'll modify that. Wish it was there for cone year. Cone year was all right. It was, I mean, it seems like most of the teams had the same robot, if I'm gonna be completely honest. Did the arm came out of the top? Yeah. That was abysmal. Okay, so let's pop open Dean's holder. Okay, so look at this. Excuse me. If I measure that to that, 4 millimeters. Only get 6. I think we maxed out at 8, but that was because we didn't have a third tray stage. I didn't. Again, with that robot, I wanted to make something that was very like aesthetically pleasing. and I wanted to try and make it kind of bulletproof. So I didn't want to have like any bent stuff, jank stuff. And in order to get a third tray stage in it, most of the time that I saw that was decently jank, at least with like the stuff that we could have done in time, right, without having a complete rebuild. That was 4 millimeters. So let's go 12.7 over 2. Okay, then that's 4. And then the Deans, I'm just going to measure the Deans again. Seven at its widest, 7 or 8. Let's just go with 8. And then 4. Okay. Okay. Stay spot with the jankiest thing you've ever seen. You've got some real competition there. It is 13 long, so let's just make it 14. That way we can just do an easy 7 on both sides. CAD really helps for designing. Yeah, I don't know. I typically, can we show the pic of when the arm came out? It's in the 4 years of Vex video. That's the definition of jank. Yeah, it's in the 4 years of Vex video. Yeah. Half a season. Oh, if we had a few more months, we had a, yeah, that's kind of the thing with last semester, or goodness, last season for me was that I just didn't get as much time as I wanted to really make the bot not suck. Extrude. Saw the arm. The X drive was on another level of jank. Yep. Is that? Oh my goodness. Of course it left a tiny, like, okay. First comp was January 20th. Dang. Okay. Come on. I don't even know what's up with this. Is there a look at? No, okay, that doesn't do anything in this. Okay. I do that. I take that and I just delete these lines out of the middle. Yeah, let me just do that. Let me extrude that. I don't know why 550 was the number I chose, but okay, so there's just a really slight splice there. 2 months before States. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's about it. My voice is about ready to give out. I've been streaming for an hour and a half. I'm not quite on the level of some of these pros that I can stream for like 10 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna be hoarse for the rest of the night. But yeah, pretty happy with where this is at right now. Yeah, I might start 3D printing some of this stuff. I guess I still need to figure out how to split that and how I'm gonna mount everything. But that is future me's problem. I might do another stream, might not. I don't know. There's probably still some stuff I need to figure out. But yeah. Thanks, Aaron. I really appreciate you stopping by. Yeah. Well, I guess that's really it. There's not that much else to do besides just say goodbye. So thank you all so much for stopping by and sticking out. I really appreciate it. Yeah, this is really fun. I might do another stream soon, but I already said that, so it's probably best that I just end the stream before I just keep repeating myself and looping. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.